Hey guys, just here to have a little chat today. I'm thinking about starting a series called Box Chats. Not sure. Anyhow, I'm sitting on a box today and I have a super uh interesting and very popular topic to talk about today, and that is the scale. Should I weigh myself? Should I not weigh myself? And specifically, I want to talk about how weighing yourself and using the scale as a tool can sabotage your true progress, especially when you're on a strength training journey. So let's get into it. So, most people I find that I have conversations with fall into two groups. Group A is the person who weighs themselves every day and feels frustrated by the fluctuations that they see day to day and week to week. They've got the data, they can see this, and maybe they do it consistently because it's a helpful thing for them to check in with. Group number two, or group B, is the person who weighs themselves once a month or periodically, or maybe when you've gone into the doctor's office and then you feel very confused and maybe again, even frustrated with the number that you're seeing on the scale. Why has it changed? Why has it gone up or down? Or maybe it's even stayed the same. Okay, so likely you fall into one of those two categories. That's okay. We're going to talk about what happens next, what to do when you feel frustrated and confused by these things, right? So, number one, maybe you feel like a failure. Maybe your instant knee jerk reaction is to go right to, well, I'm doing everything wrong. I'm not following the plan I'm supposed to be following. I haven't logged my food. I'm inconsistent with getting to my workouts, and I am a failure. And that is reflected by the scale. Not true, but you may feel that way. Number two, maybe you decide to say, well, screw it. I am up in weight and I have weighed myself on, let's just say, for example, on a Monday, and I had a rough weekend, and I'm just going to say, screw it. And I'm going to keep going down that rabbit hole of the poor habits that maybe have caused the scale to go up. Drinking alcohol, being very sedentary, laying around on my bed, eating lots of snacks and junk food, all things that may happen because of a unwanted result. Number three, maybe you try to restrict and go even deeper into your quote unquote diet. Well, if the scale has gone up or it hasn't changed, I'm not doing enough. I need to do more. Maybe the training plan that I'm following and my coach is really crazy and actually doesn't know what she's doing because I haven't lost any weight on the scale. And so, in hopes of changing things, you overhaul your entire life. You start a wellness cleanse, a detox of the liver, all of these things that, in hopes, you're really looking to see the scale change. What might actually be happening here, though, is the fact that our weight changes frequently, day to day and week to week. There's a couple of reasons why. Some of these factors that can influence that are sleep, stress, your hormones, especially if you are regularly menstruating, your diet, your water intake, and even excrement, aka poop. So if you weighed yourself and haven't pooped yet today, maybe hold off on that and see if it makes a difference. Another thing that might actually be happening, and you might see changes or no changes on the scale, is because of the frequency of which you are weighing yourself. Um, Weighing yourself too often can become a very addictive and obsessive thing, and it's not really a healthy tool to help us understand if we are actually losing or gaining weight. And if you don't weigh yourself at all, like the person that falls into the second category, then there's not really much data to go off of. So, yesterday I might have been 3 to 5 pounds heavier, and today I'm 3 to 5 pounds lighter. And I really just don't know that because I don't have the data. So, inconsistency in terms of the frequency with which you are weighing yourself can be another factor that makes it feel frustrating. And it's the third, well, we don't always feel great about this. There is the potential that you have actually gained weight on the scale. But this could be a variety of things. there's hope to this, right? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad person or you've done anything wrong. You could be gaining muscle if your goal is to gain muscle, because you're eating more protein and you're building strength in the gym. You could have, over time, denser bone, which is awesome because it's going to keep us healthy and safe as we get older. And yes, you can even gain body fat. And in some cases, that might be healthy for your body. So, how can we stop the cycle of self sabotaging where we weigh ourselves and then feel really, really bad and fall into these bad habits and bad routines that make it worse, right? So, number one, I would suggest measuring with consistency. So, if I wanted to determine truly if I am gaining or losing weight, I'm going to weigh myself once every day at the same time every day, preferably in the morning before we've eaten anything or drank anything, after you've used the bathroom. Clothes on or not, it really doesn't matter, but you're going to take the average of all of those days that you've weighed yourself to determine if you've actually gained or lost weight over that time. Week to week, you'll build more data, which can actually show you if the nutrition habits that you are following and your training plan and activity levels are helping you to achieve that goal. Number two, recognize what is going on, right? Have things changed in my life that maybe have caused that weight gain without me even knowing it? It could be negative things in my life, like additional stress from my job. It could be the lack of sunlight keeping me inside, and now my steps have gone from 7,000 a day to 3,000 a day because it is cold and it's hard to get out to walk. All things that we can control and we can change, and I'll talk about that more another time. But there are also positive things that can change in our life. Maybe I've developed a new skill in the gym. Maybe I have gotten a lot more consistent with tracking my protein, and I've seen a change on the scale because of something positive. There are lots of other ways to measure before using the scale. Progress pictures, body measurements, which are something that I take with most of my clients. In addition to that, how do you feel? Do you feel more energized? Do you feel happier? All things to take into consideration. Lastly, stopping the self sabotaging for you could start at putting away the scale. For some people, it is just not a mentally or physically healthy thing to weigh themselves regularly. We really don't need to know how much we weigh on the scale unless it's affecting things like medications that we're taking, or we need to prepare for a surgery or something like that. Weighing myself might not be a helpful tool if it causes me to spin out every time I see the scale move. So I hope that some of these thoughts and tips were helpful for you. As always, I'm here to help you guys work through this stuff. So if you have questions about weighing yourself, about weight gain or weight loss, and I can answer those for you, I'm going to do my best. You guys can message me anytime. Have a good day.